Day 3 of the vetting saw 5 more cabinet secretaries and nominees being vetted by the National Assembly Speaker, Moses Wetangula's led committee. Where Roads, Transport and Public Works Cabinet Secretary nominee Onesmus Kipchumba Murkomen has opined that toll charges on the Nairobi Expressway shall not be scrapped off despite public outcry from motorists on the fees.
Honorable Sholay asked the question of expressway, and I want to use that as an example. By the way, Mr. Speaker, it is my strong belief, and having consulted widely, that tolling is not an extra charge. It's a saving. Mr. Speaker, if you look at the expressway alone, you will find that, Mr. Speaker, it takes a shorter time for you to move for 27 kilometers from one end to the other.
According to Murkomen, tolling of the roads should not be perceived as a charge, but instead a saving, arguing that it allows the public an advantage of saving on fuel costs and time.
Meaning, therefore, that you've saved time. Time that sometimes would be 3 hours. So if you are earning money, for example, us who are here, maybe $1 million a month, and you subdivide it to the time that you, to the hour, every hour, you will realize that the cost of staying at Mombasa Road for 3 hours will come to a certain figure. And that is a saving in the first place when it's reduced to about 20 minutes. But, Mr. Speaker, also, most importantly, you save on fuel.
While on the other hand, Environment and Forestry CS nominee Rosalinda Soipantuya has clarified on the trajectory government will take to manage the controversial Shamba system that was brought forth by Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua.
Concerning matters the Shamba system, I know the Honorable Deputy President addressed himself to the issue and made some clarification on what exactly he meant. And without dwelling on that, I would like to say that under our Forest Management Act of 2016, we have a process of engagement between the Kenya Forest Service and forest adjacent communities.
Appearing before the 15-member vetting committee in Parliament, Tuya clarified that the ministry will embody the dictates enshrined in the Forest Management Act of 2016, which will allow the Kenya Forest Service to work with communities adjacent to forests. Penina Malonza, CS nominee for Tourism, Wildlife and Heritage, says she will solve most of the issues dogging the sector that has been battered severely, especially following the COVID-19 pandemic.
Through the chair, I have already pointed out that I will be using digital platforms to pursue marketing. The good thing with digital platforms, they have a wider reach and they are cost effective. Marketing is very expensive.
However, the National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula has warned cabinet nominees against visiting ministries until they are approved by the House. Wetangula, who chairs the committee on appointment, directed that the 22 nominees are given a nod by the House following the tabling of the report of their vetting, they largely not approved for the cabinet slot. Minority Whip Junet Mohammed sought the indulgence of the chair of the committee following the illicit reaction by Kenyans on a section of nominees confidently making courtesy call to the respective docket without having been formally approved.
Issue of nominees who have appeared here, and the committee was done with them, and then they end up reporting to the offices and taking pictures there and being taken around. It's not only him, there are many of them. Chair, this process ends on the plenary of the House. Until you put the question on the floor of the House and the question is passed, they remain nominees.
All nominees coming before this committee remain as such nominees, subject to the report of this committee, presentation to the plenary of the National Assembly, and a vote taken.
This comes amidst cases of cabinet nominee including Land and Housing nominee Zacharias Njeru, who has already toured the offices of their docket for the familiarization ahead of their approval by the House.
What you've said, Mr. Chairman, is it's a sad affair that the institution that has been mandated to offer a very critical document like title and other land-related documents and services has always had problems.
The committee is set to resume on Friday, where they will vet former Meru Senator Mithika Linturi, Eliud Owalo, Ezekiel Machogu, Ababu Namwamba, and Rebecca Miano in that order.